Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Our starting lineups, a look at the matchups here, presented by our good friends at State Farm. Okay, first for the Bulls. John Paxson is out there with Michael Jordan. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. And there's Sellers, and it's Oakley in at the power forward. And then for the Sacramento Kings,
every conference has one team that is a bit of a weak sister, if you will. Last year for interconference play, that team was the Sacramento Kings. They had a tough time against the East.
Screen by Oakley. The drive by Jordan.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Nasty, nasty. Whoa.
And that look right there on Clark says it all.
He's not alone, Kevin. I mean, that was just mean right there.
Thorpe against Oakley. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. That's good.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Paxson. Michael Jordan on the wing. Passes to Paxson. Shot clock at 6. 9 feet out. The shot is off. And the Kings going the other way now. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Keith Smart. Doris?
His focus, Kevin, seemed to be on the task of breaking down this defense. He said they're very cagey, very smart. They really can make it hard for you to score. We have to keep the floor spread, keep them stretched out, and then attack where we find the gaps. Guys, we'll see how they do.
And Doris, as always, thank you. So, Steve, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
Yeah, I do. I mean, a huge part of your game plan has to be focused on their D. And I think he's right to put that much emphasis on it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys because they are that good defensively. So you've got to worry about that and game plan for that. And then trust that your guys will execute what needs to be done.
Now, here's Jordan. He passes to Paxson. And the Kings pushing it up now. Smith's running. Here's Thorpe. The rebound by Jordan.
Well, with only one attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
The shot's good from Paxson. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Smith. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And offensively, Kevin, he's got a lot he can bring to the table, given the situation. You know, he can give you 20-plus without showing you the same move twice. And it's that varied offensive game that really keeps defenses off balance.
But, Steve, we've got to give him credit for his skill as a distributor, too. I mean, he has a great feel for his teammates, and that leads to a lot of his assists and a lot of easy baskets for his team.
And the Bulls making a change here. Corzine's checked in, gets it to go.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
Ball stolen. Here's Paxson, and it's good.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
The Kings trail by 5.
Not exactly the way the Bulls wanted to perform in the playoffs last year, Kevin. And Derrick Rose, when he tore his ACL in the first game of the opening round, it was something they couldn't quite recover from.
Here's Thorpe, and he drops it in from the low post.
Great move to get to the bucket and lay that one in. He's got the softest touch around the basket. Impressive.
Now Paxson. Jordan gets to Oakley.
What a play. Rock that rim. Gotta love that enthusiasm, folks.
Not only, Clark, did he rock the rim, he decided to hang around a bit for that one, too. I love it.
What a finish. That was just gorgeous.
Here's Smith after the Bulls pick up 2. 40 seconds left in the first. And that's going to be a travel. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Threet. Grant with a screen on Smith. From 15 feet away, can't get it to go.
That's a look that he'll never pass up, the one he'll usually never miss.
Here's the pass to Threet. It's stolen by Smith. Number 21. And no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Man, it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice low post presence, which always tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
Pass to Thorpe. Grant on him. Inside. Number 35. Good.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job. You know what? Even though it didn't end the way the Bulls wanted it to, it was still another solid season as they were a force on the road.
Michael Jordan is checked in for Chicago. Corzine with the screen on Smith. It's Pippen with the drive. Stripped it away. Now here is Smith. Number 21, guarded by Pippen. Back to Smith. Kings moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Number 23.
Don't do that to him. That was fantastic.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
And Chicago has possession. He feeds it to Grant. Back to Pippen. Grant inside. Passes it to Corzine. There's the dish to Jordan. He passes to Corzine. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, there was a time before last season where the Kings didn't know where their home court would be, Kevin. And Anaheim was bidding to become the new home of the Kings. Then the deal seemed all but done for a new arena here in Sacramento. That fell through. So it would seem they're right back where they started, square one.
Yeah. The pass to Thorpe. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Sellers, it's blocked. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. The Bulls making a switch here.
Gilmore. Brown. Threet.
Passes it to Threet. He dishes it to Brown. And the pass to Threet. Lock at 6. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Well, for the Kings, despite having a rough season, they were no pushovers at home, Steve. They protected their home court pretty well.
Well, Sacramento has always been a tough place to play. I mean, this fan base, when the team is doing well, can get really crazy and rabid and fun. And I think they'd like to get back to that point, obviously. They're starting to amass some good young talent. And if they can control their home court, well, now all of a sudden, Sacramento's in business again.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. Pippen comes in for Chris Duhon.
Boy, you have to feel a little sorry for Kings fans. When you think about what they've been through the last year or so, it looked like the team was all set to move to Anaheim. That fell through. Then there was a reprieve for Sacramento. They thought they had an exciting new arena deal. That fell apart, and now it's kind of back to square one. Nobody seems to know what's going to happen with this Kings franchise.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. .141 left here in the second. Feeds it to Pippen. They swipe it. Edwards passes to Jackson. He kicks it to Tyler. Back to Jackson. Pass to Edwards. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Just a roller coaster ride for Sacramento and Kings fans. Steve, you're right. Really, what I imagine the team wants is just to have some certainty of where their future is. You know, Clark, that's a big thing for any town, any team.
Without question, Kevin, anytime there's rumors swirling about a team as to where it's going to be located, it can't be good for anybody associated with the organization, especially the players.
Dave Corzine, he's checked in for Chicago. Jordan comes in for Sellers. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, the Bulls have been a regular fixture in the playoffs since joining the league, literally. I mean, with the help of Michael Jordan, they have become, along with the Celtics and Knicks, one of the most storied franchises in the Eastern Conference.
I'm sure he feels like they should have the lead right now, but that miss will keep it all tied up. The lead should be safe if they keep shooting like this.
Well, they're on fire. I mean, they're absolutely on target and looking to pad that scoring total, too.
No good from Grant. And with 6 banners hanging up in Chicago, the city has really cultivated a lot of pride and a winning tradition here with the Bulls. And you know, Steve, that goes a long way. You were a Bull player at one time. You knew all about that pride.
Yeah, no better place to play in the NBA than Chicago. When you're winning, the whole city loves it. Obviously, Michael Jordan was the main reason for that era. But so much history now before the Bulls, and they sell out game after game. Unbelievable fan support.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, he's one of the best teammates in the NBA, too, because he creates so many good shots for the other 4 players on the court. A sensational, unselfish passer.
And, Steve, he's earned a nickname that's familiar to anybody that's followed basketball, the microwave. There's no slow build-up with him. All he needs is one shot to go down, and it can set him off, turn him into a real scoring machine. He cooks with gas, not electricity.
Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. It's all Oakley.
What a huge play. Boy, they were not wasting any time on that fast break.
Well, when it starts with the turnover, that's the best time to get out and run. You can beat the defense down the floor that way.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Well, folks, stick around here at halftime for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And now get ready for the halftime report. We're happy to be part of your Sunday. It's been the Kings scrapping it out. Hitting their free throws at a high percentage has been a key factor for them. Otis Thorpe has been the X factor. And of course, Kenny Smith also making his presence felt here. The Bulls getting after it as well. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. Michael Jordan off to a good start. He's picked up 4 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. That'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Thanks so much. I'm Damon Bruce. Now let's get back out to Kevin Harlan for the second half of play.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given to the first. Third quarter starting here now. King shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And stolen by Jordan. This is to Oakley. From 11 feet away, it's hauled in by the Kings. Thorpe's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Last season was the 6th straight, Kevin, where the Kings failed to make the playoffs, and really they haven't been in postseason contention for any of those 6 years. Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
Theus, guarded by Jordan. Kings moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Here's Smith. Nice shot from the wing. Smith's got 5. Clark, you're right, 6 years, but it seems much longer than that for some reason, doesn't it, for the Kings? They're so used to making the playoffs in the years leading up to this drought.
Well, prior to that, Kevin, they had made the playoffs each consecutive years before this 6-year drought. So, boy, it's been A strange run for Sacramento, some ups and downs, and let's hope they can get this thing turned back in the right direction.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And you could actually see it on the Bulls' faces and in the body language of the players last season when Rose tore his ACL, Kevin. It just took all of the wind out of their sails.
And the Kings making a change here.
Sacramento dance team.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Oakley, gets the bucket. Oakley's got 6. What's interesting is that Rose had missed a lot of time last year with the team in the regular year, but the Bulls weathered the storm. But once they knew it was gone from them having him in the lineup, I'm sure they felt like it's a different story now. And Steve, they acted differently themselves.
Well, it's one thing to weather the storm during the regular season, but to deal with the absence of a superstar in the playoffs is a totally different deal. And you're right, you could see the difference in the Bulls once the playoffs started in terms of their belief in how far they could go.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. And the Bulls making a change here. Both free throws good from Oakley. The Kings trailing. Smith outside. Kicks it to Thompson. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Goes up. And the dunk by Corzine.
This is Kevin Harlan, reached up high and brought it down hard.
Well, that's how you do the dunk. That's for darn sure.
And that's how you call me, commentator.
You guys are crazy.
Sinks that one from the post.
But you can't let them get deep position.
Yeah, you got to do your work early here, Steve, and you got to be physical with it.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
So for the Bulls, Brown comes in for Dave Corzine. And it's Grant in for Charles Oakley. Here's Smith. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
3, the pass to Pippen. The feed to Jordan. And that one's good. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the thing that comes to mind to me is how effective he is around the rim. And he can finish with either hand and finish strong.
And also, he can flat out shoot it. Defensive pressure means nothing to him. He can drill jump shots right in the face of the defender. His concentration, form, and focus, outstanding.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Charles Oakley, he's checked in for Brown. Sellers comes in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Paxson in for Chris Duhon. Here's Oakley. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Oakley's got 10.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Ford kicks to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Leads him in there. Ford can't make it work.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an...
How about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible. Yeah, and those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Smith, guarded by Jordan. Smith outside. Thompson dishes to Smith. Here's Thorpe over Oakley. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's the Bulls leading by 7. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Welcome back. It's time for the fourth quarter and time to check in with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke, to find out who had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Bulls put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. They came out at halftime on a mission and seized control of the game by putting together that big scoring run. If they can keep it going, they'll walk out with a W.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the run Doris mentioned, guys, that was really a huge game changer here.
No question, Kevin. Probably the pivotal moment in the game so far, and I thought that really set the tone.
You know, one of the things that was interesting to me is you could see the body language of both teams change at that point. Obviously in different directions. Confident and assured on one side and a bit of chin in your chest on the other side.
Number 32, right through the knee for the layup.
Boy, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
The pass to Corzine. Threet. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Jordan. That falls. Nice speed that time from Scottie Pippen. And it's 13 points for Michael Jordan. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Smith outside. Jumper off the screen. Another shot. It's all in by the Bulls.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
There's that transition offense. It's been big for them in this game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, that's what they've had working for them. Speed. They've upped the tempo whenever they've had the chance.
Pass to Thorpe. Smith outside. He feeds it to Smith. Number 21, guarded by Pippen, and the basket good.
Great shot. I mean, so difficult to get your shot on line when you're off balance like that.
Chicago calls timeout.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court, so I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there, so take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Are you kidding me? They're like different guys this half. They haven't missed a single free throw.
Stepping up and knocking him down, Clark.
Thorpe, he checked in for the Kings. Back to Smith. Down low.
Right now, they're just pillow-like inside. Way too soft. Too many looks at and around the hoop.
Yep, totally agree, Clark. 10 of the last 12 points now that they've surrendered have come inside that lane area.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Passes it to Thorpe. From down in the low post, it goes.
They got the ball into the ideal position, and he didn't flub the finish that time, guys.
And here's Paxson. The dish to Jordan. He passes to Paxson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. 1:16 left in the game. Back to Smith. The shot is off, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Sellers. And Thorpe pulls it down.
That's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Back to Smith. Here's Theus. Gets a very good look and converts. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Smith. They're running. Thorpe kicks to Smith.
Sweet finish there, showing you some major strength and the ability to scout.
I rode that elevator right to the top floor.
Explosive hops. I'll tell you what, he can really catch you off guard.
misses the first one. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 6. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Good one. Connects! And now they trail by just 4. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Hey, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
And the second one is off. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're losing by 5. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And this one is far from over because they can get a quick score here and then a fast foul as well.
Tell you what, free throws become tougher with the game on the line, so a few missed ones here, and they can get right back in it.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he's unable to get the second one. Chicago grabs the miss.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That's how you finish it off. Knock them all down and chalk up the W.
And not sure what he was thinking there. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan.
Sounds so soulful, don't you agree? I invented sweat. Popping bottles, putting supermodels in the cab. Proof. I guess I got my